Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening. As you jump on tonight, take a minute and say hello. Tell me how you're feeling. Tell me how you're doing. I am going to invite some people, so just bear with me here as I send some invites to join us this evening. Just give me a few moments here. Not going to send a ton, but I do want to get some of these out. Whew. I have had an interesting day. I didn't go to work today because I'm a little under the weather, a little peaked. I got up in the middle of the night a few times last night and was sick, so I took today as kind of a recoup day. Thank goodness I haven't been sick again since pretty early this morning, though my stomach doesn't feel quite all the way back. Still a little bit just unsure of my stomach's status at the moment. So if I seem a little light on energy tonight, that's why. So bear with me, but I do want to talk about something really important tonight, and something that is important to business people. If you're looking to build a business, if you're in my social selling group, it's important. But it's also just important for, as we live our lives. Hi, Ashley. Thank you for jumping on tonight. What I want to talk about is listening. And it's something that I think gets talked about a lot, but also gets overlooked quite a bit, which has some irony in itself, doesn't it? But, think about the people in your circle who maybe are obnoxious. The people in your circle that you're hanging out with your friends and they come around and you kind of, okay, yeah, come on over and talk to us. What is it about them? What is it about them that is a little obnoxious? What is it about them that bothers you, that is annoying? And if you don't have one of those people in your circle, you might be the person in your circle that I'm talking about. So listen up, because this is good stuff. This is important. Do you listen more than you talk, or do you talk more than you listen? Now, I can tell you, guilty as charged, right? We've all been there. We've all been there. We get talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, and we don't listen. I had a situation a few weeks back I felt terrible about. I walked in, I saw my friend, and immediately went up to her and just started talking, just shooting one thing after another, telling this big, long story. Finished, and I said, and I didn't even say, how are you doing? But I found out that she was sitting there lamenting because she had a dear family member in the hospital. I never even gave her a chance. And she needed somebody to listen at that time. I've apologized immensely. I have listened. But it's really important that as you're living your life, as you're building your friendships, you're building your relationships, or you're building your business, and this is huge in business, that you are talking less than you're listening. 80%, 20%. Listen 80% of the time. Talk 20% of the time. And when you're listening, there's a difference between listening and waiting for what you think is going to come out and listening openly. Listening just with an open mind, with an open heart. Listening to what they're really saying. This can be really difficult, can't it? If we're talking about arguing with our spouses, arguing with a friend, arguing with a coworker, in our mind, oh, we know what they're saying. We're reading between those lines. We know what they're not saying and what they actually mean. And it's tough, isn't it? It's tough to listen with an open mind sometimes. But that's where that self-reflection comes in. That's where, if we really want to be better, if we really want to get better, that's what it takes. It takes stepping back and saying to yourself, listen, just listen. No assumptions, no reading between the lines, no listening for something that I can twist later. Just listen. I have a friend who is probably the best listener that I've ever met. And when I begin to talk, tell a story, reflect on something, he stops what he's doing, puts his pen down, turns his chair, turns his body toward me, and looks me in the eye. I never doubt for one moment, not for one moment, that he's actually listening to me. That is the best feeling. I want to be like him. Hi, Beth. I want to be just like him. I want to be that person that is that good of a listener, that people want to come and talk to because they know there's no distractions. So next time you're on a sales call, next time you're on a phone call, if we're talking business, close your computer, put your pen down, and just listen. We live in this multitasking society, right? Think about it, how phones sell. I can have all these apps going at the same time, right? We live in a world now where the TV's going, the laptops are on, the tablets are out, the smartphones are out. We're doing so many different things. We're doing laundry, we're cooking dinner, we're watching TV, we're taking a training online, we're playing a game on our phones. That's the world we live in. But how can we make one another feel special and feel heard and understood if we're not taking the time to stop what we're doing, look them in the eye, change our body language to one of receiving? So no folded arms. I'm listening, right? Open your body. Open your shoulders. And really listen. Eye contact means the world. And that is the best way to let somebody know that your attention belongs to them for that time. That is the most beautiful gift that you can give somebody else, is your time. So I encourage you to really look inside. Really look internally. Are you talking more than you're listening? One of the tips that I've always used, and this, I don't remember where I learned this, I'm sure from a business mentor that I had, but it's really worked well for me. As I'm talking to someone or as I'm listening to someone, if I feel like I want to interject, if I feel like I want to finish sentences for them, take the conversation, control the conversation, change it to what I want to talk about, I'll just kind of sit like this. And this doesn't say, hurry up, man, right? Like crossed arms, a closed off body, tightened shoulders would. This says I'm listening, but it also is what? It's something physical, my finger on my lip, and it's a good reminder. Shut up, Liza. This is telling me, shut up. The other thing sometimes I will do is I'll pat my thigh, just sometimes for that physical reminder. Shut up, Liza. It's not your turn to talk. Just listen. When you listen and you really, really hear what someone else is saying, then you know where to take the conversation next. Salespeople, if you're looking to sell your products, you're looking to sell your services, the best thing that you can do is listen to your customers. Find out from them what they need, what problem your products or services can solve for them. How are you going to know if you don't listen? And for those of us who are trying to build stronger friendships, stronger relationships in life, I promise you, when I hear the words good listener, my friend pops into my head because nobody has ever listened to me like he does. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I challenge you, make sure that you're listening more than you're talking. Use my secrets, tap your lips, tap your thigh, whatever it takes. Remind yourself that it's not about you in that moment. It's about being there for your friend, being there for your spouse, for your child, for your coworker, for your client or your potential client. This will make a difference in your life. I'm really excited. I've talked a little bit about my beta program that's launching April 15th. I have that launching. 6 weeks later, I have a secondary program launching that will be specifically for graduates of my first program or people who are more advanced in their businesses. Details will be coming out this weekend. I am crazy excited to get this launched and to get going with this. I feel like this is what I was born to do. I feel like this training has been screaming to get out of me and to help people that really need it, to help people who want to build, who want to get off that month-to-month roller coaster. I had a great month. Oh no, next month plummeted. Okay, we got back up a couple months later, great month, and now we're plummeted again. Get off the roller coaster, build consistent business. That's what it's all about. That's what I want to help you to do. April 15th, if you want more information, send me a message. That's the best way right now. I'm still getting up the details on the website. For now, it's not too early. You can get pre-registered, but send me a message and I can talk you through that. It's going to be awesome. By the way, I didn't say this in the beginning. Tell me how you're feeling in the comments. Let me know if you're watching the replay, and let me know what you think. Are you a listener? Are you a talker? Do you need to focus? Do you want to focus on a different aspect? Try something new, see how it happens. How can it affect your life? All right, I think I might have a little fever too, because as I'm standing here, I'm starting to sweat a little bit. I'm gonna hit the couch and maybe watch a little Netflix, maybe scroll on the computer for a little bit. I hope you're feeling better than I am today. I have to feel better in the morning. I have to get back to work. There's no question. I have to be there tomorrow. It's a big day, so send your best vibes my way. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful night, you guys. See you soon.